The outbreak of World War I, a complex web of alliances and tensions. In 1914, the world was thrust into chaos as Germany and Austria-Hungary found themselves on the brink of war, a conflict that would soon engulf much of Europe. The catalyst for this monumental clash was the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria, who was killed on June 28, 1914, in Sarajevo by Gavrilo Princip, a member of the nationalist group known as the Black Hand. By examining these elements, we can better understand how a regional incident spiraled into a global conflict. Join us as we unravel the complexities behind the outbreak of World War I, shedding light on the motivations and decisions that ultimately led Germany and Austria-Hungary to war, setting the stage for one of history's most devastating conflicts. The immediate catalyst for World War I was the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand on June 28, 1914, a pivotal event that would alter the course of history. Ferdinand, the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, was visiting Sarajevo when he and his wife, Sophie, were targeted by Gavrilo Princip, a member of the nationalist group known as the Black Hand. This assassination was not merely an isolated incident. It was the culmination of rising nationalist sentiments in the Balkans, where various ethnic groups sought independence from Austro-Hungarian rule. The shockwaves of this event reverberated throughout Europe, igniting existing tensions among the great powers. In response to the assassination, Austria-Hungary, fueled by a desire to assert its authority and curb Serbian nationalism, issued an ultimatum to Serbia on July 23, 1914. This ultimatum contained demands that were intentionally harsh, designed to provoke a conflict. In the years leading up to World War I, Europe was sharply divided into competing alliance systems that created an environment ripe for conflict. As Russia sought to reassert itself on the global stage, it became increasingly supportive of Serbia, viewing it as a fellow Slavic nation and a counterbalance to Austro-Hungarian influence in the Balkans. Consequently, the alliance systems not only dictated the responses of the nations involved, but also created a sense of inevitability regarding the escalation of conflict. Austria-Hungary faced a myriad of internal and external pressures that fueled its desire for conflict in the lead-up to World War I. The Austro-Hungarian Empire was a complex tapestry of ethnic groups, including Germans, Hungarians, Czechs, Slovaks, Serbs, and others, each with their own national aspirations. This multi-ethnic nature posed significant challenges to the empire's cohesion, as various groups sought greater autonomy or independence, threatening the stability of the imperial structure. The rise of Serbia as a nationalist power in the Balkans further exacerbated these tensions. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand provided a convenient pretext for Austria-Hungary to take military action, as it sought to demonstrate its strength and resolve. The fear of losing its status as a great power in Europe, coupled with the pressing need to address internal dissent and external threats, drove Austria-Hungary toward conflict. Germany's role in the lead-up to World War I was pivotal, particularly in its strategic considerations regarding support for Austria-Hungary. Initially, Germany adopted a cautious stance, recognizing the potential for a localized conflict to escalate into a broader war. However, this caution shifted dramatically following the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. German leaders, particularly Kaiser Wilhelm II and his advisors, began to perceive an opportunity to bolster their influence in Europe by supporting Austria-Hungary's aggressive stance against Serbia. This shift was influenced by the broader geopolitical landscape, particularly the implications of Russia's military reforms. The perception that a swift and decisive action against Serbia could deter Russian intervention became a driving force behind Germany's decision-making. Additionally, Germany's strategic calculations were influenced by its alliances. The intricate web of alliances in Europe significantly influenced the decisions made by Germany and Austria-Hungary in the lead-up to World War I. Italy's position within the Triple Alliance was particularly complex. Although Italy was allied with Germany and Austria-Hungary, its relationship with Austria was strained due to territorial disputes and Italy's aspirations in the Balkans. The inability of European powers to effectively communicate and negotiate during the July crisis following the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand led to a breakdown in diplomacy. The series of events that led to the outbreak of World War I unfolded rapidly following the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand on June 28, 1914. The immediate aftermath saw Austria-Hungary, seeking to assert its authority, issue an ultimatum to Serbia on July 23, demanding compliance with a series of harsh conditions. Serbia's response, while conciliatory, failed to meet all the demands, prompting Austria-Hungary to declare war on Serbia on July 28. This declaration marked a critical escalation in tensions, setting off a chain reaction among the great powers. In Berlin, German leaders, particularly Kaiser Wilhelm II and Chancellor Bethmann Hollweg, were initially cautious, but soon recognized the opportunity to support their ally. They provided Austria-Hungary with a blank check, assuring unconditional support, which emboldened Vienna to take a hardline approach against Serbia. In summary, the strategic factors that led Germany and Austria-Hungary to war in 1914 were deeply rooted in a complex interplay of alliances, national ambitions, and geopolitical tensions. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand acted as a catalyst, igniting existing rivalries and prompting Austria-Hungary to take a hardline stance against Serbia, backed by Germany's unwavering support. Understanding these historical events is crucial, as they not only shape the course of the 20th century, but also provide valuable lessons about the complexities of international relations and the consequences of unchecked nationalism and militarism.